Now on 4 News Now at 6, tariffs are making headlines, but are they hitting your wallet? We tracked everyday prices to find out and explain why things could soon change.
Plenty of sunshine and warm weather ahead, but I am tracking a few sprinkles this week and some bigger changes around the corner in your First Alert forecast.
Think you'll need a real ID to fly starting tomorrow? Maybe not. The last-minute twist that could keep your travel plans on track. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Well, from the price of Barbies to Ford trucks to food at the grocery store, dozens of companies have said they would have to raise prices because of the tariffs implemented by President Trump. Even slight increases could make a big impact on families already living paycheck to paycheck. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. We want to bring you up to speed on where things stand in this ongoing trade war. This is a list of tariffs on almost every country in the world the president announced last month. And most of these have been put on hold until July 31st, with one major exception, and that is China. Right now, the U.S. has a 145% tariff on one of its largest trading partners. Hunter Bertram is joining me here at the desk. And Hunter, you first went shopping last month when the tariffs were initially announced. Today, you went back to buy the same items so that we could do a price check. So did the prices go up?
I think that's a question everyone wants to know. Well, Kirsten, some of the items went up that I bought last month, but we can't necessarily say that it's because of tariffs at this point. What I found fascinating, however, is that folks at the store that I explained my story I was doing today, they were telling me they're still very worried about the impacts these tariffs can have.
A month has passed since the Trump administration slapped a 10% baseline tariff on all trade partners, with plans for even higher tariffs. Shortly after, they announced a 90-day pause on those higher tariffs. And since this trade war began, talk of tariffs often comes with mixed emotions, as many families worry about the impact on their grocery bills. So I'm tracking prices for you.
Well, this pineapple today cost me $5.49. Let's see how much it cost me last month.
A month ago, this pineapple was 50 cents cheaper than today. Now, that may not be because of tariffs, because produce pricing fluctuates constantly. It depends on the season, availability, and how you and I are buying it or not. As for non-produce items,
these are the car headlight light bulbs I bought a month ago at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Today, they cost me $8.72. A month ago, it cost me the same, $8.72.
And over at Walmart,
this Barbie from Indonesia and this t-shirt from Jordan. Today, they cost the same as they did a month ago.
Now, no price changes yet doesn't mean it won't happen. Remember that 90-day pause? Once the tariff pause ends, prices could rise sharply. Additionally, when the stockpile runs out, prices may be affected as tariff goods hit the shelves.
And so that leads us right into our next question, Hunter. Why do we think that we haven't really seen these prices go up in the last few weeks?
Well, Kirsten, most tariffed items haven't reached store shelves yet. According to the CNN, the first few cargo ships carrying goods that will be hit by the 145% tariff arrived in the U.S. today. It may take time before these goods replace existing inventory, after which prices could begin to rise.
All right, because we're still buying the things that are sitting on the shelves. Thank you so much, Hunter. Well, the president says the point of these tariffs is to bring manufacturers back to the U.S. and to negotiate better trade deals. Here's what the Treasury Secretary had to say about that today on Capitol Hill.
There are 18 very important trading relationships. We are currently negotiating with 17 of those trading partners. China, we have not engaged in negotiations with as of yet.
And one country we are negotiating with is Canada. The country's new prime minister met with President Trump today at the White House. President Trump has also made threats to Canada's sovereignty in recent months, repeatedly saying he wants to make Canada the 51st state, a point he echoed again during today's meeting, and one that Prime Minister Mark Carney rejected.
It would really be a wonderful marriage because it's two places that get along very well. They like each other a lot.
As you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
During today's sit-down, Prime Minister Carney said he believes both the U.S. and Canada are stronger when working together, and that he looks forward to finding those areas of mutual cooperation. While negotiations continue, the number of Canadians driving down to visit the U.S. dropped 32% from this time last year. That is according to Statistics Canada. Many businesses near the border, including Jake's Landing in Boundary County, rely on these travelers to survive.
Done a pretty good job of managing, stuff over the years, but when you don't have customers, you can have the best product in the world if you have no customers.
See why the trade war has been tough on a business still recovering from COVID. That's tonight at 6:30. We have had blue skies and gorgeous weather for so much of the inland Northwest here over the weekend and the first start of our work week. Will it continue, Chris?
In various forms, yes, but our temperatures are going to be a little bit all over the map for the next few days. Here's our downtown view right now over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena with not a single cloud in the sky. And boy, that is the way it has been. It's been pretty quiet in the weather department so far. Our temperatures right now are in the 70s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. 67 in Pullman, 72 in Ritzville, 75 degrees in Moses Lake. These temperatures are running above average and will be even warmer tomorrow. This evening, expect temperatures to drop into the mid-50s by 11 o'clock, but with the sunset now well after 8, still plenty of time to enjoy this gorgeous weather and light winds. It's going to look a lot different on this graphic tomorrow at this time, and here's why. 4 things to know about your weather. It will be warmer on Wednesday, but then some showers arrive Wednesday late night. It will be breezy as this cold front moves through, and then our temperatures, they'll take a 10-degree drop, and then they will jump 15 degrees, and then they'll drop another 20 degrees in the 7-day forecast. It is a temperature roller coaster. I'll tell you all about it coming up later in the news. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. A second teenager accused of beating 2 homeless people while they were sleeping and throwing a Lime scooter at one of them made his first appearance in adult Superior Court today. According to court documents, Tyler Thompson began throwing bottles of vodka at a homeless man while he slept near the west side of the library downtown. Police reviewed surveillance footage which showed 17-year-old Thompson, 17-year-old Cage Matthews, and a third teenager beating and kicking the man near his head. Police say the victim fell unconscious and was taken to the hospital in critical condition with skull injuries. Surveillance video also showed Thompson pick up a Lime scooter and throw it at another person before all 3 ran from the area. Commissioners set bond for both Thompson and Matthews at $100,000 each. Starting tomorrow, your regular driver's license may not be enough to get you through TSA. We've been telling you for years now that you will now need to get a real ID. In Washington, it's known as an enhanced driver's license, and in Idaho, it is called a STAR card. Madeline Mullins joins us live from the Spokane airport. Madeline, what do people need to know if they're flying anytime soon?
Well, the deadline to get a real ID is tomorrow, and if you have one or another TSA-approved form of identification, then you're good to go, and you can expect business as usual when you get to the airport. If you don't have one, don't worry, you're not completely out of luck. You can still use your regular ID, but you can expect longer security lines and additional screening when you get to the airport. When it comes to getting the real ID, some were on top of it.
Got it about a month ago for this trip to make sure that I could go through the airports.
And others, not so much.
And I do not. That's why we're traveling today instead of tomorrow. So I had to pay extra for my ticket for that reason. But no, I don't have it yet. Procrastination.
Procrastination, forgetfulness, not knowing when it will be enforced. These are just some of the reasons why people say they have not taken a trip to the DMV and gotten a new ID.
I should have gotten it a long time ago. A long time ago. I had plenty of time.
And if you are one of the people who has yet to get this new ID, there are other forms of identification that will work, including a U.S. passport or passport card and a U.S. military ID. And if you have gotten a new ID recently and are not sure if it is a real ID or not, here's how you check. In Washington, your real ID will say Enhanced Driver's License and have an American flag on it. And in Idaho, the real ID is known as the STAR card and features a star symbol in the upper right corner. If you have neither, here's what you need to know. A TSA spokesperson telling 4 News Now that passengers who present a state-issued identification that is not Real ID compliant at TSA checkpoints and who do not have another acceptable alternative form or ID will be notified of their non-compliance, may be directed to a separate area, and may receive additional screening.
I don't know. It's going to be difficult. If you don't have it already, it's probably going to mess up your travel plans.
Yeah.
But that's about it. You got to get it.
And if you're not traveling anytime soon, then don't worry, you still have time to get one. I stopped by the DMV earlier today and there was plenty of people in line getting their new identification. So make sure you make an appointment and have all the necessary forms that you need to get this ID. Live from the airport, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Madeline. Speaking of flying, the summer travel season is right around the corner, and if you still haven't booked your flight, there are ways to save some cash.
We are seeing really great prices to a lot of destinations in the U.S.
We'll show you the best time to book your trip tonight at 6:30. Plus, a bold new vision taking shape along the Spokane River. Salish School is planning a village of its own. What this major expansion means for the Indigenous community and why it's about more than just new buildings. And Conclave begins tomorrow with the whole world watching. Will Cardinals continue Pope Francis's legacy or chart a new path? That's next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
4 News Now is brought to you by Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here, from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories. Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. Could they all just fade away? But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join STCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
Canopy Village is a safe haven for children in North Idaho. The nonprofit supports families in crisis, restoring trust and building a more compassionate community.
On Friday, May 30th, for every drink purchased at Jitters locations, Numerica will donate $1 to Canopy Village, up to $15,000.
Numerica's Coffee for a Cause Day helps provide safety and stability for families.
Buy a cup of coffee to help the children at Canopy's Village. Cheers! This is how Numerica cares for kids.
Dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck can be an intense game.
A game of offense versus defense.
I'm attorney Matt Russell.
And I'm attorney Jim Hill.
We know that winning against the insurance company can be tough.
And they'll do anything to keep you from getting the compensation you're entitled to.
But we know the playbook to beating them.
And we love scoring big for you, so you can get all the money you deserve.
So don't be on the losing side.
Call Russell and Hill.
We have the playbook to win.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hun, what do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Here is a live look at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City, where the selection process for the next pope will begin just hours from now, known as the Conclave. One of the cardinals who will help the selection of the next leader of the Catholic Church is the former Bishop of Spokane, Cardinal Blaise Cupich, who is now the Archbishop of Chicago. He is just one of 10 cardinals from the U.S., and soon all of them will be cut off from the world until a successor is chosen. ABC's Patrick Reevell has more and a look at some of the frontrunners.
Silent and still, the Sistine Chapel now ready for the papal conclave.
On Wednesday, cardinals will gather here under Michelangelo's famous ceiling to elect the successor to Pope Francis. Long tables laid out with place cards for each cardinal. On the side, voting rolls. In the room of tears, sets of papal robes in 3 different sizes, ready to fit whoever's chosen. Cardinals today leaving their final general meeting, crossing through St. Peter's Square. The Cardinal of Algiers, one of the 133 who will be voting to choose Pope Francis's successor.
I heard many, all the cardinals, and I'm ready. I think I'm ready for the first vote.
After a mass tomorrow, the cardinals will be sealed off from the world. Vatican staff will be locked in with them on Monday, swearing an oath of total secrecy. Once inside, a key question: will the conclave choose a pope who will continue Francis's more liberal legacy? A top frontrunner, Italian Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State, was a close lieutenant to Francis. Another cardinal, Luis Tagle of the Philippines, often called the Asian Francis.
Francis is Francis, and we won't have a new Francis, but he opened doors, and I hope that, of course, those doors will stay open.
New York's Cardinal Timothy Dolan today spoke with our New York station, WABC, hinting at the differences there still are among cardinals.
They're talking about the church. They're talking about the positive sides. They're talking about the worrisome sides.
Pope Francis was elected in 2 days, and many cardinals here are saying they will be surprised if this conclave goes much longer than that. But of course, anything's possible. Patrick Reevell, ABC News, Rome.
Our temperature trend is up and down over the next 7 days. We're going to drop more than 10 degrees from Wednesday to Thursday, back up to 80 and then down into the lower 60s next week. And there's some rain to come along with those changes. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Lindor, Swanson.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu has such a stacked lineup, it calls for a
trade proposal.
My s'mores for your mixing bowl mashup.
You got a deal.
Trade up to the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. With new mixing bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores, nothing says summer like baseball and our new Summer Blizzard menu.
You drive a hard bargain, kid.
Right now with DQ.
DQ, happy tastes good.
The savings continue in week 2 of Buy Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in store. Get Mother's Day ready for less. Save $7 on 10-inch hanging baskets, now just $19.99. Save now at Buy Mart since 1955.
Touch can mean so many things, even for people with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can make 2 feel like 1, or simply be a helping hand. Dupixent can help you stay ahead of eczema as you welcome the feeling of touch. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin. And fast itch relief after the first dose. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, helps you feel the heal. See the difference for yourself. Reach out to your eczema specialist today.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Welcome back. It's hard not to smile with the gorgeous weather that we've been having.
Oh, yes. And we do have more gorgeous weather. I think we should be smiling about the chance of rain in our forecast, too, though, especially, the farmers and the firefighters and all the people who love them, which is me, Heibken and Kirsten. We all appreciate you so much. So let's see if we can get some rain going here. But first, spectacular evening across the inland Northwest. Temperatures in the 70s, and it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. We'll start to notice, we're going to go hour by hour on Wednesday, some high clouds beginning to drift in throughout the day, but it will not be enough to filter the sunshine until we get later into the late afternoon and evening. Winds will pick up just a little bit. High temperature of 76 is more than 10 degrees above our average high right around the Spokane area, close to 80 in Meade, 9 Mile, Spokane Valley, and downtown Spokane. And we will have some 80s in Grand Coulee, Moses Lake, Lewiston, 86 degrees, and 74 in Sandpoint, 76 in Bonners Ferry. Then our changes start. Here's a look at our forecast radar. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with clear skies. Few high clouds drifting through. Then our cold front comes through late in the day. Here's 9 o'clock Wednesday with some showers already moving across the region. 11 o'clock, that's when we have our best chance of rain in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And then that front is well off to the east by Thursday morning. And we're back into the sunshine, but we are going to have some cooler weather. Now here's Thursday at 6 a.m. We are not going to be cool for long. We're going to get that southwesterly flow going that's going to bring our temperatures back up. But look what is waiting out here in the wings. A big upper level trough. Here's 7 o'clock Saturday. That begins swinging in on Mother's Day Sunday. And then we start to see those showers Monday and into Tuesday. And this may signal a weather pattern that is going to stick around through the middle of May. Temperatures from May 14th through May 20th, a strong signal of below average temperatures and at least a hint of above average precipitation, although the stronger signal is to our east. Here's a look at your planning forecast then. We've got that light rain coming in late Wednesday. That will be long gone by Thursday, but leaving behind some cooler air. Friday, we're starting to warm up again, 80 on Saturday, and then late Mother's Day, we have that chance of showers. Only a 10% chance of measurable rain on Mother's Day. A very good chance of rain Mother's Day night and into Monday. More showers on Tuesday with that drop off in temperature, a high Tuesday of only 61 degrees. And again, it looks like that cooler weather is going to be sticking around, Kirsten, for next week.
That 80 degree on Saturday, we're hoping is going to help warm our pool up.
Oh, yeah.
We got a perfect little spot there to stay warm and then cool right down.
Invite me over. I may make some adjustments even further.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Hey, still ahead from early struggles to first place. Spokane Velocity is on a roll, and their captain is leading the charge.
You got to take care of business.
How the team found its spark and why they're not slowing down. That's coming up in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This is him. You need an eye exam. Wait weeks for an appointment? Now that's criminal.
Word on the street is at Stanton Optical, you don't have to wait for an eye exam. 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79 all same day. Stanton Optical, easy as our thing.
This week on GMA, it's time to celebrate moms.
Love it.
And Friday, the mother of all surprises, is on when we pop up and surprise one deserving mom with the biggest breakfast in bed ever on GMA.
Oh my gosh.
Friday on Good Morning America.
Celebrating 30 breathtaking years, one extraordinary show. The dance and music spectacular that took the world by storm and captured the hearts of millions. Riverdance. And now, experience the passion and energy of this mesmerizing show live on stage. Riverdance, the new generation. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, May 28th and 29th. Get tickets now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Hi, I'm Bill. I was diagnosed with an asbestos-related disease. When I was struggling so much with getting air, I come to the Card Clinic, and I was able to get diagnosed. Ever since, the Card Clinic has been there for me. I don't know what we'd do without it.
Have you lived, worked, or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Contact us today for a free screening.
Hot Wheels fans, are you ready for the all-new Blow and Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks fly, crash, and smash with all new stunts and featuring the world premiere of Galasaurus with thrilling freestyle motocross and the fire-breathing robot Arctic Gun. Meet the Hot Wheels monster trucks up close at the pre-show party. Save big with special kids ticket prices. Get your tickets now.
BECU would like to celebrate your mom this Mother's Day. Share a picture of your mom and tell us the impact she's made on your life. She'll be entered for a chance to win a $100 gift card courtesy of BECU. Enter at kxly.com/momsday.
At Stanton, get a 1-month supply of Clarity One Day for only $69. Plus a free contact lens eye exam. That's a whole lot of savings. That is our best deal yet. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
4 News Now is brought to you by CARD, the Center for Asbestos-Related Diseases.
An unlikely partnership is working to ease a history of tension between Indigenous people and Catholics. The Salish School of Spokane is partnering with Catholic Charities of Eastern Washington to create a development with a new school, community center, and affordable housing units. Take a look here. It'll be right along the Spokane River and close to Spokane Falls Community College. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yard shares why the Indigenous community says now is a crucial time for this project.
The river is everything to interior Salish.
Margot Hill Ferguson is part of the Spokane tribe. She tells me the dream for the Salish people has always been to be back on the river. That dream is now in the process of becoming a reality.
The opportunity for our young people to have a school next to the river means everything. They can once again learn about the lifeways of our ancestors.
Thanks to a donation from Catholic Charities, the Salish School of Spokane is in the process of making this land into their own village.
This is a beautiful location. You know, as we walk around and we see the smokeshin blooming, that's our tribal word for the flower that grows here.
And that is quite different from this, where the Salish School is currently located right off Maple Street. This building right behind me is for all of its elementary school students. Right now, there's just under 50 kids enrolled in the Salish School. This new building will give them the opportunity to welcome up to 125.
Having our school and our community center here at this exact location, what it does is put us back in nature.
Christopher Parkin, principal of the Salish School, has long been waiting on this opportunity. He says the decision to partner with Catholic Charities was not an easy one, considering the complicated history between these two groups, but feels as the best way forward.
To make amends, to help us accomplish this goal of revitalizing our language and culture.
And for Hill Ferguson, this brings a new hope for the preservation of Salish culture.
I believe this location will help our young people be even better stewards of the earth.
The plan is to break ground on this project next February. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, for many, summer plans are not off the table, even with tighter budgets. So many Americans are still prioritizing vacations. We'll tell you why and the simple tricks that could save you big on your next trip. Plus, a man tackled by Border Patrol in his front yard, now accused of assaulting a federal agent. What led to the arrest and his wife's emotional reaction, plus the legal fight ahead. Next, here on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
From London to New York and around the world, from the stage to the big screen, the worldwide phenomenon returns. The original, record-breaking production returns to Spokane. Mamma Mia! Celebrate the 25th anniversary of the most exhilarating smash hit musical ever. Fall in love all over again with Mamma Mia. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts June 17th through 22nd. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
What can we make for you today? From the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana.
I was 34. I was a business owner. I was a single mom with a 4-year-old, and I felt a lump in the shower. I have cancer. It doesn't have me. I'm gonna get rid of it, you know, and then I'm gonna go on with my life. I was gonna do anything that it took. I did, and here I am, almost 10 years later. I had a little boy. He needs his mom.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Aloha! Join us at Spokane's Asian Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Heritage Festival and the Family Fun Fair on May 9th and 10th at Riverfront Park. Free admission, luau and fire knife show, Asian food trucks, vendors, cultural displays, performances, family-friendly activities, and information on community safety and violence prevention. For more information, please visit SpokaneUnitedWeStand.org. Mahalo!
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
I'm really scared for my husband and our families.
Kendall Diaz is the wife of the man in this video who was tackled and detained by Border Patrol on his Spokane lawn last week. Martin Diaz is an immigrant from Mexico who has been here since he was 2 years old, according to his wife. He is now being accused of assaulting a federal officer during that arrest we just showed you. Marissa Rio was there for his first appearance today and shares more details on the accusations.
Martin Diaz appeared in court today wearing a yellow jail-issued jumpsuit. Now, last week, we reported that he was being held in the Kootenai County Jail on a Border Patrol hold, but since these new accusations have come out, he has since been moved to the Spokane County Jail. In court today, several of his family and friends showed up in support.
Hey, get out of my house! Get back out of my house!
This Ring video footage from last week shows the moments Martin Diaz was tackled and detained by Border Patrol agents in his front lawn. Court documents allege that during this arrest, Martin swung his elbow and struck the Border Patrol agent in the eye, causing blurry vision into the next day. In court today, the judge denied the accusations listed in the criminal complaint on Martin's behalf.
I'm just really upset. I feel like it's retaliation.
That's Kendall Diaz, Martin's wife, reacting to the new accusations. The prosecutor said this isn't the first time Martin resisted arrest by federal agents. His criminal record includes a third-degree assault conviction when he was 18 and criminal mischief in 2018. The judge called this situation concerning and ruled in favor of the United States, ultimately ordering Martin to be detained until trial.
My husband had hoped yesterday when we spoke last, he had hoped that he'd be able to be released and that we could fight this out here together.
The prosecuting attorney said that agents were aware of Martin due to a deportation order that was issued in January of 2014. His wife said they currently have a motion with the Board of Appeals to have them review his case and have that order removed. If Martin is convicted of assaulting a federal officer, he faces up to 20 years in prison. In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Marissa. And while Diaz's case plays out in court, President Donald Trump is trying to accelerate his mass deportation plan by offering money and a plane ticket to undocumented migrants who self-deport. The administration says it is cheaper than the average $1,700 it costs the government to arrest, detain, and remove someone. So far, the administration says it has deported 150,000 people so far this year, short of the pace the president had promised. President Trump blames the slowdown on immigration hearings, a necessary part of due process. Let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your First Alert forecast.
Well, temperatures today topped out in the lower 70s, both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 69 in Pullman, but 70s elsewhere around the region. On our satellite and radar, we have spectacularly clear skies across Spokane, but you can see the clouds starting to move into the west side of the state, and we will see some high clouds filtering our starlight overnight tonight. Our temperatures for Wednesday morning will be in the mid-40s. No problem with area gardeners. Even in the outlying areas, we should stay well above the frost zone. And then high temperatures tomorrow jump into the mid-70s. 86 in Lewiston, 81 in Moses Lake, 81 in Coeur d'Alene, Grand Coulee, mid-70s right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Here's a look at your Wednesday planner. We'll be in the 40s to start the day, heading up to a high of 76. 64 is our average high. Plenty of sunshine. We'll see more and more clouds moving in the late afternoon and evening, and that is going to bring a chance of rain our way. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Chris. Today, people gathered to honor the lives of law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty in Washington. This was the 37th annual Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony, and today, one name was added to the memorial outside of the Spokane Public Safety Building.
Your service matters. It is honorable, it is necessary, and even when the cost feels too high, you are not alone. You are part of a profession bound by purpose, sacrifice, and a deep shared commitment.
Today, the ceremony featured a flyover by the Spokane Regional Air Support Unit, the presentation of colors by the Honor Guard, and the national anthem by the Lilac City Voices. Businesses along the Canadian border are seeing fewer customers because of the trade war between the U.S. and Canada. One business owner says they were just starting to recover from COVID, and now he's worried he may have to close for good. Derek Strom shows us how much these businesses are struggling.
25% hike on what they would take back is certainly a deterrent.
The owner of Jake's Landing says 99% of his customers used to come from Canada. They would come here to Port Hill, Idaho for cheaper gas, cheaper cheese and beer, and cheaper shipping costs for their packages.
This business doesn't, it can't be supported by just the local community. The local community is very small.
Now that Canadian tariffs have been implemented on many items coming back across the border, Jake's Landing's customer base has shrunk by about 80%.
Yesterday, we had 7 customers come for packages. Normally, this time of year, we would be seeing well over 50, maybe 60 something a day.
One of the biggest draws for Canadians here at Jake's Landing used to be the gas prices, which were over $1 cheaper per gallon than what you could get in Canada. But now British Columbia has eliminated its carbon tax, bringing the difference in gas prices down to only about 20 cents. And that's just not enough for customers to want to come down here.
We're still got very many deep scars from COVID, but we were coming out of it. Being in a weakened state like that, I don't know how this is going to play out going forward.
In Port Hill, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, the Spokane Chiefs are on to the WHL Finals this weekend. They start at the Medicine Hat Tigers, the winner of the series, to the Memorial Cup.
And today we spoke to the team for the first time since they won the West. Take a listen after the break of how the team says they can take their successes from last series up into the finals.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Riverdance. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Remember, there's only one Leaf Guard. Leaf Guard is not a screen measure cover that goes over your old gutters. And this is the time of the year when we worry about the heat and the drought, and then we have to worry about what collects in our gutters. Twigs, leaves, and other debris, making it a fire hazard. All it takes is one spark. That's why you need Leaf Guard. The top's not a cover, it's part of the gutter. Now would be a great time to call to get Leaf Guard here in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho. Call in now for the $99 install sale. $99 installation, no monthly interest for 18 months until paid in full. Or receive a $250 Visa gift card with purchase. And if you call during this program, dinner to go, a free $50 Darden Restaurants gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call us here in Spokane at 1-800-801-7182. Let me give you that number again, 1-800-801-7182.
At Arada's Automax, the owner's daughter, Tatum, has been helping people with special sales for over a decade.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tatum Arada. What sale are you doing now, Daddy? Daddy, what's a tax return sale? What's a blue book sale? Can people really get cash, Daddy, and a car? Daddy, does that mean $1 will buy Arada card checks and RVs? I have $1.
Hurry in, everyone. Arada great deals, and remember,
we're Arada fun, too.
Don't miss the sales going on now at Arada's Automax and Mitsubishi.
Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture. We have the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. No long wait times on couches to dining sets, rugs, and more. And our team will deliver today. Inventory moves fast. Check us out online or stop by today.
Consign Furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Nearly every day in Spokane, someone dies from an overdose.
More than a 300% increase in overdose deaths.
The people at risk might be closer than you think.
It's your child, it's your parent. Everybody is susceptible.
I'm Robin Nance. In a candid interview, the Spokane Medical Examiner explains the real cost of this crisis.
People just drop where they are and die.
What she says could save lives, including the ones closest to you. Watch Thursday at 6, only on 4 News Now.
For a club so young, the second-year Spokane Velocity consistently sets new first. And after Sunday's 3-1 win over Westchester SC, Spokane set perhaps the best first so far, top of the USL League One. We went over to One Spokane Stadium to check in with the squad on this lightning-fast start.
Second-year captain Luis Heel has been through every valley and peak with the Spokane Velocity, and now he's helped lead them to first place in the USL League One for the very first time.
You got to take care of business. I just hope we find that consistency throughout the season. Last year we kind of had a lot of ups and downs, but this year we've kind of find our footing a little bit early on, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Now, that footing was pretty well found on Sunday against Westchester, where a deficit 5 minutes into the match vanished over a tremendous second half, resulting in a 3-1 Spokane win and 14 points to summit the standings with a 1 tiebreaker.
And we wanted more. We didn't want to just score, 2, because, Carlos had a great save as well with the penalty, which kept us in the game. But we kept being hungry and kept wanting more. And I feel like we just got to keep having that same attitude.
They flip it around, and the quality stepped to another level that we didn't have in the first half. And once we started to get that rhythm, we started to get ourselves in a position to go and attack a little bit more, create better chances, and then that's when the goals started to flow.
Head coach Lee Viebman remarked despite losing almost half of last season's finalist team, their strong leadership still carried over.
So that in itself enables the group, the 60%, to really dial in the environment that we want here with the new guys that have come in. So of course that is largely my job, but we tackle that together, and those guys know what we want and what the expectations are day to day, and they've been fantastic in setting the tone in the locker room and in training on what those expectations are.
So now Luis and his deep company prep for the long haul of the summer. Only 1 home match over the next month.
If we're ever in a situation where we need guys to come in and replace a player, we're ready, and we won't feel like we've taken a step back, and I feel like it's just going to keep driving us.
Velocity coming up their next game, very exciting for them. Spokane Chiefs, though, they're roaring into the WHL finals after dispatching the Portland Winterhawks in a 4-0 sweep. So now they prep for the Medicine Hat Tigers, champions of the Eastern Conference, both regular season and postseason. And we spoke with the Chiefs today about what they saw in Portland that translates well to Medicine Hat. And despite that pretty big gap in overall record between the two opponents, head coach Brad Lauer said that there are a lot more similarities than differences.
Medicine Hat's a very skilled team. They like to play east-west in the offensive zone, a lot like Medicine Hat, a lot like Portland. Portland likes to look for those plays off to the side of the net, a lot like Medicine Hat. So there's a lot of similarities that we can use from last round that we can take into this round.
Spokane begins their 8-hour drive north to Alberta tomorrow. The guys are already talking about they're excited for that one. And game 1 against the Tigers is Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So Chiefs head to Medicine Hat for the WHL final series. So if they win that, then they go to the Memorial Cup, which is all the way in Quebec this year. So I don't think I can make that one. It might be a little far, but definitely won't drive that. That I know.
Oh, I know you would go if you could,
I
Jack.
would drive if I could,
Yeah.
but I don't think my poor car would like that.
Yeah, a bunch of the fans from here will be there. All right, thanks so much, Jack. Hey, Mother's Day, just a few days away, and if you are one of many people buying flowers, expect to pay more. That's because of tariffs, since the majority of flowers sold in the U.S. are grown in more climate-friendly places. CNN's Karen Caifa explains what you need to know before placing your order.
Mother's Day, June weddings, graduations, proms. This is a really busy time for florists. And unlike other retailers, they weren't able to stockpile items ahead of time in warehouses. So some are getting creative to keep up. The Mother's Day rush is on at Washington, D.C.'s Little Acre Flowers.
It's by far our busiest week out of the entire year.
Bringing in new stems daily.
We get all of the flowers that we work with from nearby farms as close as we can from our location here in D.C.
Little Acre's locally sourced flowers are an exception in the floral industry. More than 80% of flowers sold in the U.S. are imported, according to the Association of Floral Importers of America, mostly from Colombia and Ecuador.
They have the same temperature all year round. So the commerciality of growing what we need for the consumers 52 weeks a year is able to be done.
AFIA Executive Vice President Christine Bolt says the floral industry has deeply felt President Trump's baseline 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. because of frequent fragile imports.
It is perishable. It comes when it comes, and we gotta move it as fast as possible.
The extra cost will be a burden to some florists and may be passed on to consumers. But Kate Penn of the Society of American Florists says florists weathered supply chain challenges prompted by the COVID-19 pandemic and have a certain creative resilience.
What our industry really did was they got much better at planning in advance. They really leaned into their supplier relationships because that's so important in times like this.
And even though her shop's flowers are grown close to home, Little Acres owner Amber Flack says tariffs could catch up with her business too.
The farmers that we work with, they may source things like bulbs or seeds from international sources, and if those things are marked up, that cost is eventually going to get passed along to us.
And the Society of American Florists says if you are ordering flowers for a major event like Mother's Day or a spring wedding, do it early. That'll allow your florist some time to reach out with possible options and some time to talk through your budget. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Well, tomorrow will be a good day to get out and enjoy all the flowers blooming like crazy in the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area and throughout the inland Northwest. Those dogwood trees just take my breath away. It's going to be warmer Wednesday, showers Wednesday night. It will be breezy at times Wednesday night. And then our temperatures are all over the map for the next several days. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Do you like this one? I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
Wow, is this going to be ready in time for the baby?
Absolutely.
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
We know your time is valuable, and that is why at Colville Toyota, our goal is to get you in and out in an hour or less using our Express Maintenance Center.
With our pit crew approach and Toyota trained techs, your routine service happens fast.
Toyota Express Maintenance includes a safety inspection, oil changes, brake inspection, tire rotation, and much more.
Quality, speed, and confidence is what you can expect from Caldwell Toyota's Express Maintenance Center. We're your small town dealership with a big heart.
There's a good feeling we get when we show up for others, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a local nonprofit we care about. When you donate or volunteer to support nonprofits, great things happen. That's what Give Big is all about. Give Big is Washington's annual giving campaign that benefits nonprofits of all kinds across our state. On May 6th and 7th, visit wagives.org to discover and donate to nonprofits making good things happen.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
A live look at the Spokane Pavilion. Oh, one of the landmarks that is going to be lighting up in red over the next few days in honor of National Nurses Week.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, meant to honor the more than 5 million registered nurses currently working in our healthcare industry, 2 of which are in my family. I love the nurses in our family, of course, but in every family.
I have 2 nurses in my family, too, and boy, did they get sick of
all the phone calls and the hypochondriacs. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, they're heroes.
Yes.
And so
selfless.
Yeah, absolutely. My goodness, what a wonderful reason to light the pavilion red. Beautiful evening across the inland Northwest, downtown Spokane right now, getting not even close to sunset. Our sunset is after 8 o'clock now. I love those later sunsets and that beautiful evening sky. What we really need is some rain. And I just want to show you how far behind average we are over the past 30 days. Things have gotten pretty dire in Spokane. We've had just over a quarter of what we would expect for this time of year. Things really get dry as we head over closer to the Cascades. 13% of average in Winthrop, 11% of average in Wenatchee. Dry down on the Palouse and the LC Valley. A little bit better through Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint, but still very dry. And our U.S. Drought Monitor, this is issued every Thursday, has now taken this unusually dry, the yellow color, and included all of North Idaho and a sliver of eastern Washington. It's creeping closer to Spokane. In this area in the central panhandle and in the southern panhandle, that is moderate drought already underway. And if we don't reverse things, that is going to get worse. Our next round of precipitation comes in more than 24 hours from now and is not going to amount to much. But this is updated from 5 o'clock as we're getting a better idea on where this precipitation is going to be most prevalent. And we may get a little bit more meaningful precipitation from the Palouse up through the central panhandle, but further to the east, just a trace, a few sprinkles, a few hundreds possible elsewhere around the region. This is a closer view on the Spokane area on what you can expect from this system coming in tomorrow night. 2 o'clock tomorrow morning will already be dry. And again, we're looking at hundredths of an inch. Our forecast radar starting off at 9 o'clock on Wednesday shows this light precipitation developing around 10 o'clock. It'll pick up. We may have some moderate rain at times. There's midnight, but it clears out by 1, 2 a.m. We are completely dry, so it will not have time to put down much rain. We are going to see a larger scale shift in our weather pattern next week with cooler and wetter weather starting Monday and continuing through the rest of next week and the following weekend. So hopefully we can get some meaningful precipitation going. In the meantime, enjoy more sunny, warm days, 80 degrees on Saturday, Kirsten.
And that feels like summer. And speaking of which, despite economic uncertainty, new data from the travel site Hopper shows 1 in 5 Americans still plan to spend more on travel and experiences this year. ABC's Melissa Adon has a closer look at how to get the most out of your travel budget.
With the busy summer travel season fast approaching, Americans are taking a closer look at their travel budget. A new study released by Hopper reveals that despite economic headwinds, 63% of consumers still plan to spend the same or more on discretionary purchases this year. And of those who plan to spend more this year, 64% say they will focus on travel and vacations more than any other category of spending.
Many Americans see their summer vacation as a permanent fixture and something that they're willing to protect in their budgets, even as they cut back elsewhere.
For those looking to make the most of their travel budget this year, now is the time to start planning.
The best prices are going to be available between now and mid to late May. So get your dates nailed down, start monitoring prices, and expect to book soon.
Flexibility on when and where you're flying is key to a great deal.
We are seeing really great prices to a lot of destinations in the U.S., especially in Florida for this summer. Flying on a Tuesday or Wednesday will typically save you anywhere from 15 to 30% on your airfare.
Or consider a staycation.
You get all the benefits of a little vacation, but you don't pay a premium. Oftentimes, hotels will offer what are called geofenced rates, essentially a lower price to people who are visiting their accommodations from nearby, whether it's within the city or within the state.
If you see a great deal but aren't ready to book it just yet,
I recommend using a product like Hopper's Price Freeze to lock in the price you see today so that when you come back in a day or two or maybe a week, you can still book at that low price even if the fare has gone up.
Melissa Don, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next, E.T.
I'm coming straight to you first.
The Oscars of Fashion is here.
And I'm just going to be like the whole time.
We're with the superfine superstars of the Met Gala. Next, E.T.
Watch Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What happened?
Double homicide. I need you two to get over to Bradford County. The sheriff is Caleb Roussard. He did not ask for our assistance, and you will not be welcome.
You point that thing in my face?
I'll point this wherever I damn please.
New Will Trent, tonight on ABC. So you've been thinking about upgrading your air conditioner for a while now. But with tariffs right around the corner, that waiting could cost you big time. Fortunately, Bill's Heating and AC planned ahead and stocked our warehouse full of pre-tariff air conditioners. Same comfort, same quality, without the coming price hike. But this equipment won't last long, so don't wait until prices go up. Take advantage of pre-tariff pricing and our lowest price guarantee. Call Bill's Heating and AC today and lock in comfort before comfort costs more.
Just look at those beautiful plants and flowers from the Plant Farm. The Plant Farm is Spokane's go-to garden center. A promise of trust and confidence comes with the healthiest plants from the Plant Farm because their plants and flowers are grown right here. Get annuals, perennials, roses, trees, shrubs, and their signature hanging baskets and more, even indoor plants. Head to the Plant Farm, Spokane's go-to garden center on 4th between Evergreen and Adams in the Spokane Valley because life is better in the garden.
Welcome to the Kitchen Engine, Spokane's favorite kitchen store. It's a family-owned business spanning 3 generations. The Kitchen Engine. We're having a store-wide Mother's Day sale. Come in and find a perfect gift for Mom. And while you're here, grab a treat for yourself. Take a cooking class together in our state-of-the-art culinary classroom. Browse our selection of gifts and cooking essentials to make Mom's time in the kitchen more enjoyable. The Mother's Day sale at the Kitchen Engine in the historic Flour Mill.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza.
The staff here is so friendly.
It's the best in the Northwest.
It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
The Central Dog Wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean, too.
My car is a big investment for me, and so if I want it done right, I take it to Car Wash Plaza for the touchless wash.
Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Inland Imaging.
Sunshine tomorrow with a high of 76. That's more than 10 degrees above average. Thursday's more like it. Seasonable and 65. In between then, we'll get a little bit of rain overnight. So don't be surprised if your car wash is ruined Thursday morning.
Or your flowers are happy and blooming.
That's true.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you at 11.